Why, hello everybody, it's Joycelina, and we are back here on the FrilCraft server. Did you think I'd forgotten about them? I would say if I were looking at my YouTube page, I would be thinking that I forgot everything to do with playing the video games. But no, I'm back. I'm back here. Oh, I've missed it. Look, I got a sheep. I got a sheep who's out. This is not okay. We will deal with that. We'll figure out where he's getting out. Anyway. I have not been on the server for, I'd say, 4 weeks. It's been a long time. I feel like I've really missed it. I completely forgot what things look like around here practically. And look, I've got still a long list of things left to do. But I did have some time that I was on that I recorded, but you haven't seen yet because I got the chance to be a part of what we call the Big Dig. Yeah, so back in, over in Wa and VonTom's base, they found a witch hut. And so they're doing a big, humongous dig underneath that witch hut so that now they're going to get all the drops from the witches, which is going to be fabulous. Which is going to be fabulous? That's pretty funny. That was actually punny and I didn't mean it to be. Which will be fabulous, but it required a lot of work. And mind you, I only contributed a little tiny bit compared to so many other people. And if you haven't seen the results of that, well, go take a look. But in case you haven't seen their videos, you can go check out Wa and VonTom's videos on their channel, which is 2020 MC Gaming. So I will try to remember to link to that in the description, but you know me, I'm an old person. How am I going to remember that? I don't know that I'm going to remember that, so you remember that. 2020 MC, all one word, then the word gaming. That's their station. Go check them out. You need to subscribe to them right away because they've got amazing stuff on their base because they actually spend time playing the game. You know, you can do more if you actually play the game. This is what I'm learning. So let's go check out what we actually did, or what I actually did, as part of the Big Dig. So I am over here in the Badlands. So I've gone into the Badlands. And there is a witch hut here. And we are working on digging out all the way to bedrock, which is going to take a bit of time. Lily May is over there. I think she said to go where this area was, so I'm going to do this area with my wonderful shovel. And start digging stuff out and see what happens. So we're going all the way down to bedrock. I have borrowed a bed, which I'm going to have to put down the next time it's night. And I've borrowed 2 shulker boxes. Oh, I wanted to show you. The cool thing about shulker boxes in this texture pack is when you dye them different colors, they become different things. Look, it's a box of cloth that I can use for decorating, which gives me a reason. So clearly you can tell by the particles when I break it that is cyan colored shulker box, but it's very nice. So I actually went through in creative and looked at all the different boxes so that we'll be able to do that with decorate with them. And the wonderful thing about that, it means that I'm going to have a reason to go to the end and try to collect more shulker shells. So that might be a task for me in the near future for me to do my decorating deeds. Okay, I'm going to dig away. This is loud. And I will see you in a bit. Okay, one of the things about being a West Coast girl in an East Coast world is that there's no one else on. I've been emptying out the water since Liliana took off, Lily May. Since Lily May took off, so I've done all of these through here till about here. And you can see there's a lot more water to get rid of. So the entire grid, all that water needs to go. So that is a lot of work ahead for the community. And then we're going to dig all this out all the way down to bedrock, and that's to make sure that there's no spawnable areas. Otherwise you have to try to go caving and making sure that there's no spawnable areas down underneath in caves. So the best way to do it is just to dig it all out. So you can see there's a couple of beacons around here. I'm not quite sure what my effects are, or if I'm not even close enough to get any effects from where they're at. But right now the only thing I'm doing is mining up the sponges once they get wet. So I'm placing them, getting the water out, taking them up, and then drying them off. So I'm gonna get to work and do a little bit more. I missed recording that whole thing. It was so disappointing. I can't believe I missed it. I come around the corner, and do you know what was in this tunnel? A ghast blasting its face at me. And yeah, I didn't kill it. It disappeared. I hear it. I heard it earlier, kind of singing around, hurt you, like it does. And I was worried that it was going to throw fireballs all the way to the end of the tunnel, but fortunately it was like right to the edge. Blew out some of the blocks. I would replace them. I thought I was recording the whole thing. I'm such a dork. Me and the F12 button and figuring out whether or not I'm recording. So I'm thoroughly disappointed that you didn't get to see that, because it was pretty funny as I run around the corner and kaboom, there's the ghast. Anyway, I'm still working on helping with emptying out that area where the witch hut is. I got to come back. I actually need food more than anything else. I've run out of food. I need to probably, since I'm over this way and close to Rose Bin's grinder, I'll go ahead and repair my shovel and then get back to it. But man, I'm so disappointed. I went to stop the recording, and the light on my little camera thingy turned green. Can you believe it? Such an amateur. I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll catch the fun stuff.
Several days later.
Okay, so I was headed over to Wa and VonTom's base, and I came into my pathway and I noticed it was slabbed over. And I think I know what this is about, because approximately the last time I logged in just for a few minutes, and this area was large enough to spawn a ghast. So I'm thinking that somebody came along, probably got blasted themselves by a ghast that spawned in this area, and said, oh, we're gonna have to deal with this until Joycelina gets this all filled out. Oh my gosh, we gotta be able to have an area that doesn't spawn ghasts. So I would like to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for making an area in which the little ghast could spawn and fire at you as you were walking by. So yeah, you know, and it's interesting. This is actually interesting because I was thinking as I came on today, what am I going to possibly do? And one of the things I thought of is I'd like to do something about this tunnel, mainly because last time I logged in, a ghast shot at me. I have to tell you. Okay, so can I tell you a story? So the ghast shot at me and blasted through my portal. Broke my portal. I did not have a means of switching on my portal, so I had to go all the way back to the to spawn and then make my way back to my base, and I got completely lost. And it was an hour and a half before I got back to my base, and by that time I didn't have time to play anymore. So that is why, like, and none of it got recorded, which was really sad, because if there was anything to be recorded, it was a spawning into your nether tunnel and having a ghast blast at you. Of course, that was live entertainment, and I'm sorry you were not a part of it. Anyway, so apparently somebody else must have experienced that same thing, and now I've got this all slabbed over so nothing will spawn. Thank you to whoever that was. Now let's go see if we can figure out how things turned out over at Wa and VonTom's. I keep saying VonTom. I'm sorry, VonTom. VonTom. We'll go check out Wa and VonTom's. Okay, I have just stepped through the portal over at Wa and VonTom's hole. And this is where we're at, folks. Look at this. I mean, can't even load it all in. This is incredible. Did I open the door? I opened the door. I'm going to come out on the platform just so I can see. Look, it's not even all loading in. How far down? This was dug. Oh my goodness. I know that some of the folks working on this was obviously Wa and VonTom. Liliana, who is on the server, Hades 999, I believe, was doing a lot of work on this. Hodges, I think, was also doing a lot of work on this. There were several others. Those are the folks that I know of off the top of my head that were doing it while I was. Boy, and we were going through stuff. I think Tomo, hashtag blame Tomo, that there's a big hole on the server now. Yeah, I think this really was a community build. And let's see if we can get the rest of it to load in. Oh my goodness, the size of this is so massive. Coming down here, now that I'm down here, my goodness. Just how huge this hole is. This is incredible. Weeks upon weeks upon weeks of work. You'll notice the corral for the slimes if you go and check out the Wa's channel. She's really shown off just how many slimes come and go, and this is a great slime chunk area. There actually were slimes absolutely everywhere. It was the one thing you could be sure would kill you if you were gonna die. So this is amazing. Now I don't know exactly how it works. Do I sit here? I stand here? If I stand here, what happens? I don't know. Oh, they fall. So this must be the AFK spot, I am supposing. Wow, this is amazing. Amazing. One of the videos that Wa VonTom, well, it was really one that VonTom did, was going through and figuring out and showing how he set up the whole platforms that the witches are spawning on. I don't know if he planned on a spider just kind of sitting there at this level right there. Just something to maybe think about in this nice little lever here and the slime blocks that are there. I don't know if this affects your build at all. Might want to check that out. So I saw a couple of more witchies drop. So a great AFK spot. And lots of redstone dust and other stuff. So chests and sorting for all the stuff that is getting dropped there. I am sure especially the gunpowder will be very useful for all the flying that they do. Some sugar. Some glass bottles. For the great potions, potion setups that they have, they could utilize those. Sticks. Oh my goodness. Spider eye and string galore. Yeah, that should keep them well stocked with all of the witchy goods. All the witchy goods. Okay. Well, this is going to be a shorter video because I just wanted to be able to share this and get it out. I think I am going to begin work on my, my nether tunnel. I gotta tell you the reason I haven't done that, and I'll do that from this amazing view. The reason I haven't worked on it is because the first time when I joined the JV server, Just Vanilla server, way back in the day, before I was even recording the YouTubes, I went and I did my nether tunnel, and it was over 800 blocks long. It took me forever to work on it. I was so happy with how it was. I remember showing it to one person. I think it might have been Juju Beans. Showed it to one person. I'm like, what do you think? And I was so proud of the hard work I had done on it. And literally the next time I logged on, the entire server had decided that we were going to move to 1.13 and it was going to be wiped. And I didn't even have any idea. So the next time I log in to a brand new world, and all of that work down the hill. That would be the beginning of my Just Vanilla server. So if you go way back on my channel to the very first video, it is me logging in, basically my reaction. I had logged in initially, and then I decided I'm going to start recording videos. I might as well record this. I'm starting a whole new I'm starting the server over again. We're going to record. And so yeah, I recorded that whole experience of me coming into the Just Vanilla server. It was I think it was like their third year of being. And so I'm like, I'm going to record this. And so I do all of this stuff in Just Vanilla Season 1. And I finally get to my nether tunnel, and I am not kidding you. Within 2 weeks, the server reset. So I'm a little apprehensive this close to 1.14 to begin my nether tunnel. Because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to finish it, and like 5 days later, all of this will go away. So I don't know that. Because I know there was some discussion about what we were going to do when 1.14 came out. It's only April. It's probably several months away. So I'm thinking if I do my nether tunnel now, at least I will be able to enjoy it. So that will probably be what I do next time. But until then, I'm going to say goodbye from the Great Big Dig for now. And I will see you next time.